Life is hard sometimes. Life is hard just all the time, man. There is no point in life where life is not hard. Except for the moments where life is not hard. Sometimes life just gives you lemons. And you're like, all right, life. I see you. And then sometimes they give you like nectarines, and it's like, well, hold on a second. You know, the lemon was pretty good. You know, I can make some pretty delicious food with a lemon, but with a nectarine, what am I making with that? Or like a pear. What kind of foods are you making with a pear? Not much, let me tell you. Get showed up. That's JRPG 101. Get showed up. Sometimes life will just absolutely deck you with lemons. Yeah, too many lemons is actually a pretty big problem. Maybe throwing a couple of limes in there instead. Speaking of limes and lemons, it's Taco Tuesday today. I'm excited. Love me some tacos. It's been a whole week since I've had tacos. Sucker food. Oh, can we get some new magic going on here? Ah, I can click them multiple times, I think. Tacos are fantastic. Tacos are absolutely wonderful. My favorite food. You can't go wrong with some tacos. Oh my gosh. I'd actually just die. He was supposed to guard that too. Like, what are you doing, man? Should still have it equipped. Refried beans mixed with taco meat, some salsa, maybe sprinkled with cheese. Alright. You can leave out the beans and you leave out the cheese. Taco meat and some salsa, you got me. Put some onions and cilantro on there. And you got me. Not much of a beans person. I can't tell you how many times I've been over someone's house, like in the past, long time ago. I get invited for food, and I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't gonna turn down no free food. I go over there, they serve me like beans and celery and some other stuff, and I'm just like, dang man, I don't like any of this food, but I have to eat it. That's the life is hard. Hey, you have a pass? Axelrod gave the pass to Soldier. It checks out. Go ahead. Of course it checks out. Who do you think I is? Axelrod, Earth. Look who decided to join us. We couldn't live without your sensational sense of humor. I thought one of the pyramids might have been a Taphus in disguise, but no. It appears that the Egyptian kings built the pyramids only in homage to the Taphoi. They held no power. Apparently there's a Taphus just ahead. Where'd you hear that? A few drachmas go a long way toward getting soldiers to talk. Ah, good thinking. Too much talking, not enough walking. Let's go, chop chop. got some equipment to give people. That's quite a bit. We lose out on vigor though, and I like that. Oh no, we don't have an expert bow. Unfortunate. Dispatch? I want to keep dispatch. Ooh, that gives defense. Berserk, evade, vigor. We're losing critical, but I think we have critical naturally. I think we just gained. Bleh. We'll keep the sandy helm. Alright, I'm going to do something that I really don't want to do. But I'm going to go all the way back. Because I've been wondering this for a long time. If I have to revisit certain stuffs. Oh, this is going to be a little annoying, but it'll be over soon, TM. Sounds awful. You enjoy beans when they are with other flavors and textures. Beans by themselves? Nah. You went to GameStop to check on pre-orders, and apparently you never picked up Triangle Strategy. So now you own a brand new copy of Triangle Strategy. I liked Triangle Strategy. I liked it a lot. I'm not 100% sure what you will think about it, because straight out the gate, I feel like it doesn't like it's a tactics game, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't start off like most tactics games do. And I feel like that throws off people. It threw me off. So it's kind of one of those things where you need to. You kind of need to reach a certain, well, I don't know. I think you'll like it though. Like as a whole, I think you'll like it. Then again, you didn't like Final Fantasy Tactics, so I don't know. I don't know. Heard only good things. It's a great game. Absolutely wunderbar. You had a dream about Final Fantasy Tactics. Think you need to give it another chance? I don't know about that. I don't see the benefit to trying it again. It would be one thing if you played it, in 2002 and you're like, it's been 20 years since I've played it. Let me give it another try. But you played it a couple years ago. I don't think you're gonna get the experience you want. But that's just me personally. You know, if I went back and I played Transistor today, you know, and I felt like, you know what, let me give this game a better shot, I'd probably still dislike it. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't, because I would have more of an understanding on how to play the game, and that was my biggest complaint about the game. But my feelings about the game will probably still be very significant, because I played through the game the first time, and like, there's so much that I needed to learn and understand, and the game just would not help me with that. All right, this is the big moments. It does work that way. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah, but you were also really harsh on it towards the end. So I don't apply this to just like everyday conversations and things like that. But when it comes to giving your thoughts or reviewing on a game or what have you, I feel like it's better to be too harsh towards it than it is to be too lenient towards it. Because at least when you're reviewing a game, you can always walk it back. You know, maybe you go back and watch your playthrough and you're like, you know what? That actually isn't as bad as I thought it was. So I'm gonna change my opinions on this particular mechanic or this aspect of the story, you know, at least in the rewatch or something like that. But if you're too lenient and you go into it, it's just like, well, I screwed that up. I don't know. For me, I just try to give my honest opinion of it. And, you know, I could certainly change my mind about it, but you know, I guess it's just how I felt in the moment, and that's just how it's got to be. Maybe War of the Lions would be different. I mean, War of the Lions is basically the exact same game as far as I understand it. You also kind of have to be concerned, because if you're emulating War of the Lions, I think just War of the Lions in general, maybe, the spell casting is giga slow. I mean, giga slow. I had to apply like some sort of patch or something like that to get it to actually be reasonable. Because it was really annoying to cast spells and just kind of be like, dang, man. Sure is taking a long time. Sounds awful. It was pretty rough. And you couldn't skip them. Just had to sit through it all. How did you live? I bet you all the really nice spells that I want are in Prometheus statues that I've already been to. Why are you going first? You would have one-shot that if you had this then. Kind of weird that now that we have 5 party members, we're getting 5 times the experience. But yeah, you know, I mean, if you want to give it another shot, you know, by all means. Just don't capitulate to the audience. Stand your ground if you need to. Don't need you to go playing Undertale and be like, you know what, this game is trash. And then all these other people will be like, nah, man, this is the greatest game of all time. You're like, all right, man, I'll give it another try. And then you give it another try and you're like, you know what, this is the greatest game of all time. Don't get bullied. In some ways, so my Undertale playthrough was one of the playthroughs that I guess got lost into the void. And in some ways, I'm kind of glad that it did, because I feel like some people would visit that playthrough and they'd be like, oh yeah, he's playing Undertale. And then they get to the end of that and they're like, screw this sucker. How dare you not like Undertale as much as I liked it. Just call me Mr. Controversial Opinion. Still need to beat Undertale? Interesting. Didn't realize it was unbeaten for you. Every time you pick it up, you're just like, oh right. This is why I stopped. Fair. To this day, I will recommend with my dying breath, never, ever stream Undertale. Unless you meet the following criteria. You either don't look at chat for the entire playthrough, or chat is in emote only mode for the entire playthrough. The amount of backseating and boiling and just insanity that has occurred with Undertale is so insane. Yo, why is everybody and their mamas going before Home Chick's life? She has mega haste. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream, but I fixed my delay issue. I've been running into an issue where I'd be watching people's streams and the audio would get desynced and I'd end up like 30 plus seconds behind. It totally sucked. But then I swapped out my graphics card for a 3080 and that didn't fix it. Then, well, the order of these things are not in the order that I'm saying them in. But I also cleaned out all the dust that was in my computer. Not all of it. I did as much as I could. And by as much as I could, I mean as much as my canned air would clean. And that also did not fix it. I bought new memory, a RAM, and put it in. And that did not fix it. I took it out. That did not fix it. I used different browsers. I turned off hardware acceleration on my browsers. I tried different transcoding options when watching people's streams. I turned off low latency mode. Nothing was working. And then I restarted my modem and router and everything's good again. For the most part. For whatever reasons, when I'm watching 3 streams at once, one of them's like 6 seconds behind, one of them's like 2 seconds behind, the other one's like 5 seconds behind. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's fine. Not getting no audio desync. Not 30 seconds behind. Don't give me a prompt to save. This one's red. The other one was green. Those are wins? Well, in some ways, they're kind of losses. It is nice to come to the realization that the simplest solution is the solution, and that's all you had to do. But there's also those moments where it's like, well, I did all this stuff beforehand, and here I am. I could have just done this first. About your tweet that the new GPUs are massive. Oh my gosh. Like when I first pulled it out for the little unboxing, I was like, okay, this is big lengthwise, but I didn't think it was going to be pushing up against the glass and everything like that too. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think I might have to get like a support beam for mine too. to stop the sag or something. So the Tafoi are actually the tombs of the gods of Eld. That must be why I feel so calm in here. Isn't that right, Axios? Gone. I have no desire to return to you and Oceanus. Your desires will be irrelevant once I harness the power of the Tafoi. And just how will you do that? Found a good teacher. Would you like to meet him? Yes, we'll play along. Come here. Is it Gazuth? It is. Captain Gazuth. I present Gazuth, teacher's pet of the great Daedalus. This makes no sense. Why are you helping Agon? Well, no personal questions. Okay then, tell us, Gazuth, what are the Tafoi really? That I can tell you. A long time ago, you see, the old gods and the new had themselves a war. In the end, the new gods, Zeus's gods, were the winners. They came to rule the world. But Zeus and the other new gods feared the power of the gods of Eld. They wanted some insurance, you might say. Zeus took the defeated gods and sealed them in the sky, the earth, and the sea. Some he crucified as punishment. Others had their souls taken from them and broken to pieces. Yes, we know that part. One of the old gods, he was known for loving mankind. Prometheus be his name. Zeus bound Prometheus to a rock for the crime of giving magic in the form of fire to us humans. Now Prometheus, he didn't take part in the gods' great war, but he did get a report that his fellow gods of Eld were losing. A report from who? A previous king of Athens. Once Prometheus learned that the new gods were about to win, he issued the king an order. He says, "Build tombs for the gods of Eld using the Taphis stone that lies deep beneath the earth." He was well aware of the properties of Taphis stone, that it could block the reach of the new gods. Yes, but the Tafoi were more than mere tombs. They were giant devices for resurrecting Typhon. What does he mean? When we humans be using magic, it makes a byproduct, a dark ether, you see. The Tafoi exist to gather this dark ether, to transform it into powerful energy for the old gods. Oh wait, does this mean we should stop using magic? Aren't you a sweet lass, but no. Humans have been using magic for centuries. Any ether we be making now is but a drop in the sea. The Tafoi are brimming with ether, which means our revenge on Zeus is finally at hand. Hold on a second. Are you saying the king of Athens was used as a pawn to get revenge on Zeus? Aye, ultimately. But there was a man who figured all this out. And that man be Daedalus. He was entrusted with managing the Taphis project, you see. Daedalus did extensive research. And that's when he figured it out, the Tafoi's secret purpose. Daedalus reported it back to Athens' king immediately, Piazza's father. Aye. The king knew he must stop helping the gods of Eld with their vengeful plan. No one who incurs the wrath of the gods be surviving for long, you see. And just think how much the world would suffer for his sins. So the king put the well-being of his people first. What a coward. The foolish king then gave Daedalus an order, told him to cease his work on the Tafoi. The king went to Prometheus and told him he could no longer be helping him. I don't know how Prometheus responded. But on the way back to Athens, the wrath of Zeus fell upon the king. It was punishment for conspiring with the gods of Eld, they say. What a happy story. Now you've all heard it. Tafoi are my responsibility. I'll use them to get revenge on Zeus. And I'll give you this one chance to join me. What do you say? Forget it. No. I'll pass. It's our destiny to beat you, not join you. For once, fate is on our side. I thought you'd all say that. You will regret this. Come, Gazuth. Let's hurry. We have to get to the core before Agon does. I mean, we could have just fought them right there. Hey, it's Dante. I should mark.